Today I'm going to talk to you about flipped teaching. Flipped teaching is a new teaching method that seeks to try and find the best way to teach a class of students, especially a class of students that might be incredibly diverse. So basically the way it works mechanically is that the board work is put on a video that the student watches at home, at lunch or after school. Now these videos are available on YouTube. They're available on the student public drive for students to copy over onto a USB. And the links are also on the eGrace learning management system. Class time is reserved for activities, asking questions and practicing skills. So that means that the homework and classwork are flipped. This is the entire concept around the homework classroom, the flipped teaching. So the homework is done in class, and the classwork, what would normally be the classwork, is done at home through the videos. There is a lot of research that's been done behind this that says it's the best way to work with students, and personally I've found that it has been incredibly successful in teaching a diverse class of what can be up to 30 students. It means that students who might normally in class be slow writing down or might take a little bit longer to understand different concepts can pause and rewind the videos. They can work through the videos at their own pace and write down the notes at their own pace. They can also write down any questions that they might have from the videos and bring them into class. It means that the time that would normally be spent by a student being quite frustrated at home is not as existent as they come into class and they can ask me directly the questions. It also frees up a lot of time in class from what would normally be done in 30 minutes or 40 minutes in a class only takes about 8 minutes at home to be able to get through. So that means that the whole of the class time period is able to be spent helping students, allowing them to have activities to practice, and I'm there as well, the teacher is there to assist them all the way through that process. They're not at home struggling, trying to do the homework that the teacher has set and not remembering how to do it. I'm there with them, the teacher is there with them, trying to help them through those problems. So what do students need to do at home? In order to access the videos, they log on to eGrace, they can then select the relevant resource that I will have put up there, and they follow the link to the video, the YouTube link. They copy the notes then that are on the boards into their workbook and write down any questions that they might have from the video. If the student doesn't understand something, they can also pause or rewind the video at any point. Must stress that. That's one of the great advantages of this system, being able to go over things again and again at the student's own pace. The student then needs to bring the workbook with the questions to the next class so that they can ask the questions and deepen their understanding. It's important to realise that I understand that some parents or some households might not have enough internet, they might have slow internet, or they might not have access to it, might not have access to internet. And that is why the videos are also available on the student drive, that a student can copy them over when they want at school, and the students can watch them at school as well. So if students don't have time to do the homework, they can come in and watch the videos at lunchtime before or after school. So what I expect of students is that they watch the video that's set for homework and take the notes from the video to bring to class in their workbook. That's how I check the homework. I check that they've watched the video at home by the notes that they have written in their workbook. They also need to bring to class, students need to bring to class their workbook, textbook, pens and pencils, diary, ruler and calculator, so that any of the activities that they can that are involved in that day, the student can involve themselves in and get stuck into. Also, students need to come to class ready to learn, practice and participate. I must stress that the advantages of this method are numerous. are numerous. It increases the face time with the teacher. It increases the time that each student has individually with the teacher, being able to explain concepts and help them. The student is able to go back over the videos when it comes time for a test or revision, to work through them and reinvigorate their memory. It allows the teacher to create activities for individual groups of students in the class, for individual ability levels, and it allows teachers to really keep a better eye on individual student achievement and how each student is working through the class in class time. It means that a lot of the time that would normally be spent standing at the front of the board and going through the work just is then devoted to the students. Rather than the communication of information, it's the student's time that the student can use.